Smell that, boy? No, it's not bacon. It's the Pet Project with dog's best friend, Tammy Trujillo.
And indeed, I am here. I want to thank Alan Bailey for jumping in and taking over today as well as the last couple of weeks. Today's been kind of interesting. Let me tell you what happened. We're on the way out to the studio and leaving our home in Altadena. And alongside, on the side of the shoulder, is this beautiful King Charles Spaniel, black and white, gorgeous dog, just sitting there looking so forlorn. So, you know, what do? We pull over, of course. And this dog is exhausted. He starts to walk away from me, walks into the street. We're stopping traffic. Took us a while. This dog kept on circling around this corner of a house with a great big, beautiful Irish setter in the yard. And we finally got, it took about 20 minutes, finally got the King Charles to come to me. And King Charles had, thank goodness, now this is the lesson to be learned here, everybody. This dog had his tags on. His name was Buddy, gave the address, and indeed what he'd been doing is circling his own house. He was on the outside of the fence, couldn't get back into his yard. So it had his address, it had the cell phone of his owners, it had their house phone. We called both, got answering machines on both, and finally, this dog must have been circling this house between two gates for hours because this poor little guy could barely stand up. And the Irish setter named Sasha wanted him back in the yard. And we finally found a gate that we got him back through. We also found where he got out. And apparently this family knows that this King Charles Spaniel can fit between their wrought iron fence. So they'd put up like a fencing between the wrought iron. And we learned this the hard way too. You've got a big, powerful dog like an Irish setter. They can break that heavy plastic fencing. So the dog is safely back in the yard and everything's good. And if you're going to put up that kind of fencing, and I give them kudos for realizing dogs, cats, they can squeeze through some of the smallest areas. You wouldn't expect it, but boy, they can get through almost anything. Get the wire stuff. It's harder to put up. Do it with gloves because it's a pain in the butt. It's hard to do. Going to hurt your hands if you don't use gloves, but we've done it all around our property, and even the biggest dog is not going to pull that down. But the heavy-duty plastic fencing, not so much. And that's exactly how Buddy managed to squeeze out. Sasha made a big hole, big enough for Buddy, not big enough for Sasha, but big enough. Buddy got out and then just couldn't figure out how to get back in. So I'm late because we had to redeliver a dog, but a happy ending there. But boy, oh boy, kudos to the family who owns Sasha and Buddy for putting on those tags, making sure those tags are totally readable, having all the proper information on there. That is why we were able to get Buddy. We realized exactly where Buddy lived and get Buddy back in his yard. So they're not going to come home tonight and go, oh my God, where's Buddy? And totally be freaking out. So if you've got a dog, make sure you've got that identification on your dog and on your cat. And please do check your perimeter fencing because, they're busy little animals out there. So, all right, enough on that. I'm back, and again, I want to pick up our interview with Margaret Hughes of the Holiday Hotel for Cats. And Margaret.
Hi.
Hi, I'm so glad I get to talk to you today. I thought I was going to miss out on this.
What a story.
Isn't that something?
Yes, it is, and I'm so glad you found us home.
Oh, well, I wasn't going to leave him. If we hadn't been able to redeliver him, he'd be in the studio right now, and we'd work on it after the show.
Oh, I know. I have slept with many strange dogs until I could find their owner.
And you know what? That's a positive thing to say. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I heard most of what Alan talked to you about with the Holiday Hotel for Cats. And, I am so worried about my cats. Anytime we go out of town.
Oh, of course.
Our cats or our dogs, we absolutely freak out. Are they going to be okay? And the idea behind your facility is not that they're just going to be okay, but it sounds like they're going to have a good time.
They usually do. Yeah, we're not a storage area for cats. We are a hotel resort.
Oh, I love that.
And we play with them. They're well taken care of. If they won't eat, I get in the cage with them and cuddle them and syringe feed them to get them started eating. And because cats can't go 2 days without eating.
Yeah.
They have a problem, and I don't want that to happen. So, they all come in with their own little agendas and personalities, and some of them are nasty at first, and after a couple of days, we win them over.
All right.
You know, and then they're out playing with us and, you know, greeting me when I come in the morning. You know, they're, oh, meow, you know, you're here, you know.
Margaret, we're hitting a break, and I want you to stay with us through this next break.
Okay.
I got a few more questions for you, and
All
we'll
right.
be right back.
Okay.
We're talking with Margaret Hughes at the Holiday Hotel for Cats. You are listening to The Pet Project, the show your pet wants you to listen to on CRN.